Hi there, it's Kevin with the Rogue Market here with the mid-September Pirate Plunder Picks videos where I give my picks on products that I think are good deals right now at the Patreon price. So let me explain what that is. I run a Patreon for the Rogue Deck Builder, my main channel, and the market channel, the Rogue Market, which you're watching right now. And the perks of being a patron is that I allow you to purchase products through me for distributor price. So I don't make any money off of you purchasing products from me. I just make money on the initial Patreon pledge. So the $10 above pledge, you have the opportunity to buy products at distributor price. So this is exactly the price that I would be getting these products for. And then all I ask is you cover the shipping and cover any sort of fees that are associated with acquiring the products. So this is kind of how I run my business going forward. It doesn't make sense to try to even compete in the sealed product industry with Amazon and TCG Player and eBay. So basically I sell locally to the people that shop at my store, Gone Over Games in Richfield, Utah, and then anything left over, all of my allocations that I can get for booster boxes and whatnot, I allow my patrons to purchase them and I ship them to them. So they save a ton of money. If you are a patron of mine and you utilize this perk, you always make your money back. You always make back a pledge that you pledge for the different tiers, regardless of what tier you're at. Have some people at the $100 tier, which is unlimited products. Have people I think the most popular is 20, where you can get 6 products. Well, that's a booster case of a product per month. So it goes beyond just booster boxes, and I'll explain that as I go on. But this video I try to do monthly. I've been a little bit laxed on this now. I usually communicate with people in Discord. We have a very active Discord. That's also one of the perks of being a patron, is you do get Discord access, where we actually talk about a lot of potential specs and products, and that's also one of the reasons why I've been a little bit lax on the YouTube, because I'm still doing what I do, but kind of in more long lines of in Discord and privately with people. So again, we will be reviving this channel. I'm going to shoot for like a video a day. I need to get an editing computer at home. My computer at home just can't handle editing anymore. It's really old. So we'll be fundraising for that so I can actually start doing double time, and you'll see more content for this particular channel. So anyway, without further ado, let's get to my picks that I am personally am buying, as well as I think are good deals right now at the Pirates Plunder price. So first of all, my favorite product to buy right now is the Core 2020 bundles, and let me explain why. So it's $24 for a bundle, and then I suggest you have me break them down. Like, we don't mind to break them down because we actually use the boxes quite often. So Zach and I will put together like new player, similar to Deck Builder's toolkits, our own little version of things, or we just sell the actual boxes to people that just need a storage box. And yeah, you'd actually be surprised that how many people will pay $1 for a box because they just need to hold their cards. It's a good little deck box to hold it in. So I don't mind doing this for you because, I can actually turn it into something I can sell, or something that is actually good to have here at the store, which is just the containers that they come in. So if you have me break them down, what that means is we take out all the fluff, and bundles are just full of just like nonsense. They have like this padding box that's on the bottom to make the product look bigger than it is. Then they have the deck box that the sleeves are in, and then they have a dice, and they have another inner like square box that is supposed to hold your sideboard. All of that adds a lot of weight and is unnecessary to ship. So Core 2020 bundles cost more to ship than a booster box. Just keep that in mind. They're heavier. I don't know if they're necessarily heavier. They just don't fit in flat rate boxes, and it is not worth it to buy a bundle and have it shipped to you. It's just that you end up paying so much, like $8 to $10, I would say, or even more sometimes for a bundle, depending on where you're at, which is over a third of the price at that point of the bundle. So you would want me to break these down, and I just broke, I think, 6 of these down. It was like less than $10 to ship, and that was including everything in them. You can even save costs if you don't want the dice. You can save costs if you don't want the lands, because they do come with the land pack. The Core 2020 bundle, however, does come with a mini land pack, and then it does come with a promo Chandra's Regulator, as well as does come with a bunch of foil lands. I think there's 2 of each foil land, like a 10-pack, maybe it's a 20-pack of lands. So let's just kind of click on here and we can read through the Core 2020 bundle. This is one of the things that I think is the best bang for your buck right now at the price. That comes out to be what, $2.65 per booster pack, but you make it up pretty quickly here for or less than that. It doesn't no 2.4 because there's 10 packs. Yeah, of a booster pack. So you kind of make it up for the 20 foil land pack, and you also have this oversized spin down life counter dice that actually does sell for like $3 or $4. It's not that bad. And the Chandra's Regulators, I think, is a good card going forward. It's almost modern playable, in my opinion. But this, I think, is I always like bundles. I think they're the best way to really get the bang for the buck if you have me break them down. It's kind of a win-win for both of us. I get something I want, you get something you want. It's not all labor for me to break these down, and I don't mind doing it. So that'd be my number one pick is the Core Set 2020. One of the other reasons why is the expected value of Core 2020 is still very good at $84.24 using market price. We actually up this to mid, which is what most people do when they utilize expected value to see if it's worthwhile. You can get about $100 per booster box of Core 2020. The main reason for this is no one is opening Core 2020. Magic is in a lull right now, and especially with other products that it's competing with, and now all the shiny things with Throne of Eldraine coming out, no one has purchased this set. And so has been able to hold its value, A, because it had some great reprints in it with the ley lines, and B, because it actually has impactful cards in both modern and standard. You have the Mystic Forge in modern that is going for like $5 and it's a one of in the Wurza deck. That is a good sign for Core 2020. This should be when the prices should be collapsing, and they're not. That means just no one's drafting it. No one went to the pre-release, and that's a good thing for the value long term. The exact opposite happens with a set like Dominaria, when everyone was buying it, everyone was drafting it, and everyone was doing everything with Dominaria. And you can actually see that Dominaria has no price. I actually don't think that Dominaria is a terrible set. It actually has some good cards in it, like Teferi. But this is what happens when a set is successful. It has a negative effect on cards actually retaining their value. We saw the same thing with Khans of Tarkir. I'm actually surprised that Khans of Tarkir has been able to have a huge rebound in the last couple months, because this was a box that just you could never justify buying it for value. Without the fetches, I mean, fetches actually only add a little tiny bit of value to oh no, it doesn't. Khans of Tarkir does take it into account. So fetches actually do, it looks like, add quite a bit of value, maybe all the value for Khans of Tarkir. So fetch lands are bust for Khans of Tarkir. But a lot of the cards that, like Mantis Rider still is less than $1 card that's a 4 of in humans. And that's just because of how successful Khans of Tarkir was. The same can be said about some of these other sets. So Core 2020 not being sold frequently is actually a good thing going forward. We're going up to rotation. Usually sets do rebound rotation, because then people are going to be drafting Eldraine, they're going to be playing a new fresh standard, and they're going to need cards from the old sets, and Core 2020 is going to have tons of those cards. So that is my number one pick for products that I like right now, is those $24 bundles. The next one, which I've been selling tens of thousands of dollars worth at this price, is Modern Horizons booster boxes at $163. This is another set that is just phenomenal. If we actually go back to that expected value for the let's see where it would be in the reprint sets, I think is where they've got it here. Dual Decks Commander, reprint sets. Yes, Modern Horizons is $183 at TCG market price. So that $163 gives you a $20 padding to actually picking up cards. And it's had a big rebound again from its low of $160. So the set's actually starting to go up, which is crazy, because I thought that it'd continue to go down. This set did have a massive amount of supply, and it doesn't seem like that supply is drying up anytime soon. However, there is one distributor that is out of stock right now, so take that information for what it's worth. There's another distributor that has multiple warehouses that's only available in one warehouse. So again, I would say that it's a lot less of a supply than it once was. But we do know it has been confirmed that they use both printers for Modern Horizons. That's why you get some of the packs in reverse orders, so the rares up front and some with the rares in the back. It's because they use their traditional printer and their specialty printer for this set. So there's a lot of supply out for Modern Horizons, but you are hard-pressed to find a set that has more impact on Modern than Modern Horizons. I'm even saying compare it to like Ultimate Masters, compare it to Modern Masters, compared to those, there are just as many cards in Modern Horizons that are just packed full of cards that have impacted the format. So I still think it's a great, great set to invest in long term, and it's a great set just to crack right now and, flip the singles if you're good at doing that. Coming up next is the Signature Spellbook Gideon. Now, this was another product that is a positive value at this price. So there's no expected value because there kind of is an expected value because there's that one foil, the random foil you can get. But not even using the foil prices, like not even putting into the fact that one of these is going to be foiled, we have getting spellbooks at around, probably 17 to 20 bucks market price, and then 22.50 at TCG mid. But the good thing about this is the cards in here are a lot better than they appear. So Blackblade Reforge was a card that was on the rise before it did get that reprint in Gideon Spellbook, and cards like Martyr's Bond and Worship, these are actually very popular cards that have then gone down to this low price. Even True Conviction. All of these were not like wonky janky cards. Every one of them has seen a bit amount of play. You never know when a Worship deck is going to see play again in Modern, and they all had big price tags before they were reprinted. True Conviction and Martyr's Bond are Commander All-Stars. They're very popular, and even Shielded by Faith is a Commander All-Star. So you know how I feel about Commander cards. I think that they always recover after reprints, and these three are pretty good. Their price tag is misleading just because of just how much of this was printed, and Path to Exile just bearing the brunt of where the value is going to be. So this card didn't change much in value because of the Signature Spellbook still hovering around that $10 mark, and the rest of the cards went down because this was holding the price tag when people could get these at the 14. They were originally $12. They've gone up a little bit from all distributors have slightly increased them, but it's very surprising I can still get Signature Spellbook Gideon. So there's been another distributor put them out for $14, and we can get them. And I think this is a very good investment for long term. A year and a half, I think that these are going to dry up, and then they're going to be similar to like the Jace's Spellbook that goes up in price. And then I wouldn't be surprised if these end up being like $30-40 in 2 years for the Signature Spellbook Gideon. So these are great ones to sit on, great one to piece out, and they've got some all-stars in them. So Signature Spellbook Gideon is a very good buy. Next up is War of the Spark Booster Box. Another one that they like, this whole slow drip strategy. So the slow drip strategy I've talked about in some videos before, where Wizards of the Coast is releasing products slowly at first. So they create this scarcity, this illusion of scarcity, that you better get it. We don't know how much is going to be out there. They're doing it with Brawl right now. And we don't know. Challenger decks. They did it with Challenger decks. They did it with Commander 2019 or Commander 2018. We don't know. You better get them. And so this is a perfect Signature Spellbook Gideon and War of the Spark is a perfect example of two products that have backfired on Wizards of the Coast. I think that Signature Spellbooks would have been able to be sold out if they would have released their entire damn stock right there and let game stores buy it. Like, I was limited to, I think, 24 Signature Spellbook Gideons, if I remember, 24 to 28, I think. I had to limit them to one per patron when they were released, because we just didn't have enough to go around. Maybe I got 40. I can't remember, but it was like very low number of Signature Spellbooks I could actually get my hands on. But they were allocated. I had to choose a distributor, meaning I could only get it from one distributor that I chose through the WPN network. And now I can get these from multiple distributors, meaning they just didn't sell. Or Wizards' slow drip strategy, where they're like, okay, we'll give everyone 40 and they're going to sell it and they're going to want them so bad from us this next time that everyone's going to make sure they buy 80 next time. And it just didn't work that way. It's once Signature Spellbooks passed a few months, it was old news at that point. There are cooler new things out like Weeb, War of the Spark booster boxes, and now Collector Edition, Throne of Eldraines, all that things that Signature Spellbooks, people are like, I don't want them. So there are tons of them available, and same thing with War of the Spark now. War of the Spark is a set that sold very well. It had, I want to say, I read somewhere, don't quote me on this, it might still be Guilds of Ravnica, but War of the Spark was, it was the most attended spring set of all time, because traditionally spring sets don't do that well. So it was the most sold and the most attended pre-release for a spring set of all time. And it was the same nonsense. It was limited. They didn't allow, I remember that I couldn't even get this from distributors, and booster box were going for the 110s, 115s, 120s at one point. And now this is the cheapest booster box I can buy from distributors. It's like $5 cheaper than the next ones. Usually I get my rate that I usually get booster boxes around 83 on the low end, and some distributors are a little bit higher. I just don't have the volume to get them down to extremely low prices like some people can do. But 78 is what I can get War of the Spark booster boxes for. And that is, I still think is a pretty good price, because I don't think this is going to be, even though it was a very highly open set, I don't think this is going to be a Dominaria type open set. And now it's definitely out of sight, out of mind. And I think these cards will have a great time recovering. I was actually bulking out War of the Spark the other day when I sort through I buy a lot of collections and whatnot. And when I sort things in not just commons and uncommons and stuff, I sort commons out into what I call, true bulk. Cards that have no chance of seeing play in any format, even casual. And there are surprisingly lack of cards that are just useless in War of the Spark. We're talking about those 3/2 vanilla creatures. There aren't that many of them. All of them have some sort of implication, with Proliferate being very popular in Commander. So I'm thinking this is a set that could have those dollar uncommons in 2-3 years. And, that's a long-term vision, but I'm, having fun selling Manamorphoses a decade later. But for what that's worth. But anyway, that's where I think War of the Spark will be in the history of Magic. I think it will be one of the sets that's going to be looked back on Kaladesh surprised me. I didn't like Kaladesh, didn't think people would care about Kaladesh, but it's a box that definitely dried up. So we can see the same thing with War of the Spark. Alrighty, so the next one I like is Core 2020 pre-release kits. These have just come on the market. They are a little bit pricey for pre-release kits. Usually I can get these for about $13, $14. The distributor I can get them at puts them about $16 a piece, and very similar to the bundles. The boot, you're going to pay a little bit more. I think like 5-10 cents more per booster pack if you go the pre-release kit route rather than the bundle route. However, you do get a promo. So I think that promo, statistically, I think that when I looked this up on even Core 28 is the last time I've done this, the average value of like a pre-release promo is like $3. So that's not bad. So that adds to it. So that takes the price down to $13, and $13 divided by 6, you can see that you can get the price of the booster packs down significantly lower than the Core 2020 bundles. So this is a good one too with the pre-release kits. These are fun to crack. This is a decent little price and whatnot. So these probably are temporary, though. I don't know how much stock I have. I already have a patron that wants a ton of them. So for what it's worth, think about picking up these Core 2020 pre-release kits sooner rather than later. My last product that I still like a lot is Iconic Masters. This price has gone up slightly since the last time I was able to purchase this. So it's gone up from $165 to $175. It has a $10 uncommon in it with the Wurza deck utilizing the Bauble, Mishra's Bauble. That's a $10 uncommon again. It's got some other uncommons that are quite pricey, and it's even got some commons that are pricey in the set. So Masters 25 is hard to get. I think Iconic Masters, which has the same supply, is a better set than Masters 25, and it's older than Masters 25. I'm thinking it's just lagging behind before people actually pick these up and get these. It still has some goodies in it from like Sheldred's type cards, a lot of staples from Commander. And it definitely wasn't a horrible set. It was just the price point of the set and the just how they marketed it that was made this set a dud. But in today's day and age, this is actually a pretty good product. All right, so last but not least, I want to talk about just items, give you an idea of what people are ordering. The alternate art Weeb playmats, these are very, very popular. Sold a bunch of these. These are Ultra Pro's Weeb mats. So you can get all the alternate art planeswalkers, and they are actually coming out with new ones. So I think the ones that are available right now are Sorin, Nissa, Nahiri, and Chandra. And they're going to be coming out with Tibalt, Ugin, Vraska. No, actually, these ones, I don't know. Some of these are available, some are not. Some are still on pre-order, but they're coming out with more of them. So these I've sold a ton of. If these are available and that's the price as it puts them at, you can see my margins aren't that great on these particular playmats with them MSRP at 22 and my price at 13, but it is what it is in today's day and age. Another one that I frequently sell is Dragon Shield sleeves. These come in mats and non-mats and arts. So I've just kind of averaged the price of them out. But we can actually even get these sealable ones, these perfect sealables. I haven't tried them. I've sold them. I'll have to get back with some of the patrons to see how well they've liked them. But anyway, yeah, these are definitely available. Still, these are very easy to come by, and that's about the price that you get them at, is around $6 to $6.50 a thing. KMC Perfect Fits at $3. Sell a ton of these. Ultra Pro Eclipse sleeves at $6. A lot of people like the Ultra Pro Eclipse. I personally don't, but yeah, for each, there's a sleeve for everyone. And the Ultra Pro, the Alcove deck boxes, these are also a hot item right now. I've been selling a bunch of at the distributor price. And this is what they look at. They're a little bit pricey. Again, my price is $15, MSRP is $25. But they're actually pretty good quality boxes, and just shipped off a bunch of them today to a patron. So those are some of the ones that what people ask me about a lot. Last but not least, I do want to, if you haven't tried these Legion Defenders, people ask me what a good perfect fit is. Legion Defenders. I think Legion Defenders are the perfect fit. These are made by Legion, which is a decent sleeve company. I like Legion sleeves well. I mean, for low quality sleeves, they're pretty good. For cheap sleeves, they're pretty good. But I was very surprised their inner sleeves. I like their inner sleeves better in KMC's. I think they fit better. They feel loose, but then when you snug your cards in them, they tighten up, and that's perfect, because sometimes KMC, it's the opposite effect. They're tight, and you have to shove your cards in. You're like, oh, I hope I don't bend it when I get in. And Ultra Pro is just so hit or miss with their inner sleeves, and then Dragon Shields are just expensive for their inner sleeves. So Legion Defenders are a product I absolutely swear by for perfect fits. I highly suggest you check them out. All right, so that's kind of what we got going. The other thing that I do for my patrons is I allow them to do the profit or loss videos, where you crack a booster box and see if you make a profit or a loss. So I edit these videos and send you the contents. I do have some more obscure boxes from the past available at these prices, like Modern Masters 2017 at $400, Scars of Mirror at $350, Mirrored NPCs $275, Battlebond $175, Core 2011 $275, Journey $100, Theros $100. These are negotiable, but again, this is going to a lot of the editing fee of doing the video. These videos take a long time to do, but some people find these very interesting. They're kind of fun to do. Again, I need to get back in the editing mode, because these take hours to edit, just finding all the prices and putting them in the other slots. You can go and check out a video in my Rogue Deck Builder channel for an example of how these work. So we have a lot of them up for sale for people if they do want to gamble. All right, so last but not least, I want to explain just kind of the patron tiers. We do have the $5 a month. You just get a booster pack cracked in your honor. That's where the rewards really start. Of course, you can donate below that just for any amount, and that's highly appreciated. $8 a month or more, we allow you to buy one box or bundled for profit or loss. And at the tiers really start at the Rogue's Passage, $10 a month, where you can get 2 products at cost. So 2 of the more recent sets is what I say. Then we have the Pirates Plunder, which is 6 products per month. The Pirates Plunder times 2, which for $5 more per month, you get additional 6. Pirates Plunder times 3, you get an additional 6 for $5. And times 4, you get an additional 6 after that for another $5. So those how it goes up until you're at the $50 tier. You get a lot of products, as well as 100 is unlimited. So if you really want to get up there, if you go up to the 250, no one's done the 250. I had one patron for a while at the 250. It's no questions asked. You basically can have access to the more exclusive products, like the collector's editions and things like that I have a hard time getting hold of. So basically, if I don't use my store, then you get first dibs if you do that tier. So again, I highly want to encourage people to check this out, but also know that this is a way to support the channel. Sometimes I do get some of the parasitical patrons that come in. I know that some people blasted this on Rudy, like advertise it to some of Rudy's fans, and man, some of those are so obnoxious to deal with, because they want to haggle with me, and I'm like, there's no room to haggle at all. This is the price I get them for. You're not helping me by by getting these products. I'm not selling these products. I'm buying them on behalf of you. And so there's a lot of costs involved with it, and I just ask that you cover the costs of it getting shipped and all the fees associated with a lot of distributors charge a credit card processing fee and a shipping fee and things like that. So anyway, that is that. Again, I don't want to detract too much, but I think this works better on the Rogue Market channel, as most of you are more savvy to actually purchasing product at a decent price. And I want to give my fans the option. Like, this is war that Wizards of the Coast has done on local game stores, so might as well play along. If they're going to cut me out, make it so my margins are so terrible, then I guess I'm just going to allow anyone in the entire world to, you know, get products at extremely low prices, because it's just absolutely ridiculous trying to compete with him on Amazon and whatnot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. This is Kevin with the Rogue Market. Again, we'll be getting back to the Rogue Roundup. I'll try to have a video out next week for the Rogue Roundup. And I'm going to shoot for like one video, more rambly. Just I'll pull a topic out of the air of finance related and give you my 2 cents on that. Still really, really involved in the finance aspect, because I still do own this local game store. I don't play a lot of Magic anymore. Occasionally on an MTG Arena, I'll do pre-releases and whatnot, but I still do keep track of a lot of the trends and all that good stuff. Kevin with the Rogue Market. Thanks for watching.